Whoop. Thought this was a nice spot. Was gonna do a walking, but this might just be a sit and talking. Fizz, fizzy, fizzle. Subscribe to my channel. I feel like you gotta tell people that, else they're just completely ignoring. Instead of telling at the end, I'm gonna tell you at the beginning. Like, leave a comment below, let me know how you feel, and express and give me a tall tale of your own self. In the description box below, you can reach all my other contacts, including my Instagram. I want to say take your time and give yourself rest, because it's crucial just as much as play. And play is work. You should love what you do. That's why the two form into each other. The whole point of this video, the message of the day, I don't care what you think, but it's nice to know, is the world is flat. And why do I think this? It's not necessarily a thought. It's more so knowing and feeling. And there's different aspects I want to tackle on this. And first off, we're going to start off. I felt it. I don't know if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, which, to be honest, I never really have. I may have seen some short clips, but I'll tell you one thing. If you ever see how they go on different planets or planes, how they fly up to the next place, they just fly to the next thing, and it's like a thing that's hanging in the realm, the zone, space, the sky. That's basically what our world is. And to prove it more, where do you think they got the idea from? I mean, that to me is just like a best fit description, how you have that rocky underlayer, but it just sits there. It's a plane, and some people get so aggravated or arrogant over this. I don't know why. Maybe because they aren't open-minded, but even more so probably because they're lied to and brainwashed and never just open to other things. But if you take a second before you get all worked up, and whether you know it or you don't, or whatever, you believe it or not, it doesn't necessarily matter. But if you do know, you probably have a different feel, and maybe you have some different thoughts, because it's once someone tells you it's a globe and it just goes around and around, I can tell you from here, someone's telling you their belief and not even proving this in any way. You may think they're proving it, but their facts are actually artificial and man-made. Just like the sun is so far away. Well, if the sun is so far away, why does it seem like it's right fucking there? Same with the moon, which is crazy to even believe all that. But anyways, I just wanted to check if it was still running. Sorry for the interruption. It's a plane, and if you want another actual somewhat of a fact, every biblical text, whatever you want to call, and for surely the Bible, they all say that we live on a flat plane. They say it in riddles though, but it is known, and the Romans knew this, and all these old Greece and all these people know this. You know, it's not Norwegian. All these people know this. They just tried, and I don't believe in the history of time of things that happen, but they try to manipulate you and tell you that these things, they twist the truth, basically, especially about space. But they all say we're on a flat plane and we don't move. We're on columns. They're just riddles. All these books are riddles because they don't tell you direct, and that's something I don't like about it. And even the people that tell you the sun's so far away, NASA and space, astrology, it's basically all bullshit. They're not giving you, anybody who doesn't give you direct information like I am right now, like this is raw, like this isn't an opinion. Sure, you can call it that, but it's not. And it's okay, you can get worked up over it, invigorated, whatever it is. But I just want to let you know that I feel, and I'm giving it to you raw, that's my intent. A lot of people out here lie to you, and I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to bullshit you and give you opinions, although it's all personal belief or me, whatever it is. I can tell you though that all these texts and everything, they all state that we don't move and it's a flat plane. And if anything, it's rigid, kind of like mountains. Or if you ever fold up a piece of paper and like fold it and it has the ridges, kind of like how mountains form, that's how it is. That's really how it is. And you can ask people about horizons and planes. They always fly straight. They don't go in a curve. You don't even have to ride a plane to know this, and you can look up other people's information, but you don't need to know that, because I'm telling you now. Especially the Dragon Ball Z thing, take that in consideration. All these ancient people all recognized that the earth was flat. They came around twisted to 50-50, the truth, just to manipulate you and confuse you and keep you under control. Even all the ancient texts, they just speak of it in fucking riddles, which is because someone wrote it, which you need to understand, which is bullshit, because that makes me... Someone telling you a half lie might as well just be a lie. It's like me telling you she doesn't have a dick, but she does. Or she might. Anyways, they just don't want you to know. And for them to give you the half lie, it will stop you from wondering or get you into their belief without you thinking. It will just stop your thinking. Does that recognize? Does that register at the register where you pull out the money and put the money in? Cha-ching. Whatever the sound you want to replicate is, reincorporate. The thing is, overall, if you keep an open mind, see, when you say it's a circle, you think everything just comes around, which in a cynical cyclism way, it does, but no, it's actually cutting you off, because when they say it's a globe, it's making you just force into their thought and like, okay, this is it, we discovered everything. Which I actually got this, like that discovery, like, because I kind of thought this, like, most stuff is discovered, but I know it wasn't, you know what I mean? They want you to end this, like, that's what religion wants you kind of like not to think, like, there's more to discover, but there's more land to discover that you don't know about and that hasn't been traveled. And to think about it, the maps that they make, that's all someone's perception, especially, and there's a lot of propaganda, because they always make North America the biggest. It's not. It might be, but we don't know. And how is anyone to target all these stricken things? And someone can say how big something is, but you'll never know until you're actually there, until you actually experience it. They say it's a small world, which that may be true, and talking about the people and stuff. But you don't know, because you've only seen maps, especially about going to space. Have you ever been to space? No, you haven't. They've only showed you pictures, especially the moon landing. I'm not going to get into that. But they only shown it through a freaking box. If someone's only shown you something through a box, and even more so, you can see in the meteorocracy, the hypothesis, and just how their crooked smiles. If you ever look into these people, if you have some sense of communion, how much they fake everything. There's a difference. You can tell when someone laughs. You can just sense it. And when someone's fake laughing and smiling when they're not freaking actually happy or actually mean it, which that in any circumstance any measurement antique to it. I don't even know what I was about to say about all that. Like, authenticity, you'll know, you know what I mean? You'll sense it when you begin to you should question everything. But when you question somebody who's lying to you, there's a reason for that. You'll have that intuition and you'll feel it. You know what I mean? Just like you never seen anyone go to the moon and you've never witnessed it yourself. So how you can believe as much as you want and keep the belief in you, but question too. I'm just saying, these people are showing you through a box. You haven't been to the moon yourself. Neither have these people. They're lying to you. That's the whole objective. Anyways, about the Earth is flat. Another thing, and this is going to be hard to express. Not really, but it's a feeling and an observation. And it could be something that I went through. And I'm sure not everybody feels. Because I came to that conclusion, not everyone's going to feel the same and sensate, because life is a feeling. The ground below me, I could feel it. And like I said on the Dragon Ball Z thing, it kind of cuts off. Don't know where it's cut off, but I can just feel it. You know what I mean? It's just a feeling, you know? And I can't really articulate that type of feeling, but I can just feel the underground. You know, I don't know if it's because I got disconnected and reconnected, or just because I came more connected. You know, but that's just how I feel when I tune into that aspect. And it's just something I feel. Maybe you can think about it and you'll tune into it more. That makes me even give it more the conclusion that it is more flat plane. More so with ridges, probably. Yeah. I just want to say the globe aspect, it really cuts off every idea, makes you not think, especially when you believe someone else's belief. And if you could see the circle, the globe, it really makes you not want to think outside of the box. You know what I mean? And especially you can even question the people who tell you, because the people who tell you just learn from the other people who are telling each other and parroting and mimicking everyone else. For no one's actually ever been there and know actually these facts. Especially when I took this astrology class, which was interesting. Come to learn though, it's all bullshit. I don't know where they're pulling these facts are. And they claim that they have these machines. Well, one, why ain't I using machines or have access? And two, you know what I mean? Like, why are these machines? It just, it's so far-fetched that they make it seem so true. And then that just cuts all disbelief and you disregarding and even questioning it or using your natural instincts and senses to it. And a lot of it's just propaganda at the end of the day, because they have special reasons. Furthermore, exploration. I know everybody's felt this. You have a natural thing to explore. And the world there's a lot of unexplored places than you think. Especially in maybe uninhabited places. And there's also places where they don't want you going. Why do you think they don't want you going there? If you'd like for me to discuss something specific, let me know. I hope this tuned you in a little bit. And like I said, this is all raw. This is how I feel. It's not really an opinion. Although you could call it that, and that's fine. But don't get worked up over this, because this wasn't the point to get you worked up. Because when people say flat earthers and all this other stuff, they get so bizarre. And I'm not going to categorize them and say they're closed-minded. But maybe you should be open to more things. Because how do you know the truth to what you know? The only reason I'm saying this is because this is something I felt. Of course, I haven't explored this. But I want to. But there's limits on that. Well, you know, money, of course, economic reasons. So that puts something there. And there's a lot of places to explore. And some places that are forbidden, which why are they forbidden? which I could see for some tribes or something, or some people, indigenous people that don't necessarily want you there, taking over them. But I know there's specific places where you aren't allowed to go by societies, like as Antarctica. And, you know, there's other things like Area 51. And there's a bunch of other places, of course. You know, those aren't the only ones, but those might be bigger ones. Conspiracies. Most conspiracies don't even just come around. They come from some truth. If not truth, people just don't want to believe them. Things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? They usually don't spontaneously happen, which they do. A lot of stuff, though, that you see is planned. That's why you see it on TV, because they run it as a script. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know how you feel. Give me that sub. Give me that like. I deserve it. No, but I'm spreading true information. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. God bless you. Stay true to yourself. Live a raw life. Follow your intuition. No, words just can't express how I really feel. That's why I say a lot of this. So hopefully there's some connection. But I know you'll feel it, because it's meant to be felt more than heard. Some people just don't know the feeling, and they're so numb it can only be heard through words, which I understand. But that's why we're awakening them. Stay woke, get woke, awaken. Thank you very much. This is Fizz tuning out. I'll see you later, snappers.